keys in my hand. I can never understand how never land from a breakup, no.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. And tonight, our matchup, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. I'm Kevin Harlan, here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. And it's Shea in at the 3 slot. And for the Celtics, down on the block, it's Tim with Cato. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. And it's Simons in at the point. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
Now, here's Simon. 5 on the clock. Out to White. Over Daniels. That's short off the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Stolen by Tatum. Here's White. Pass to Simon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White. We've got recording superstar Jack Harlow in attendance.
Jack's a big-time C's fan, and we've seen him courtside in Boston a bunch of times. And you know what? Harlow's played in the All-Star Weekend celebrity game as well. He's got a nice little jumper.
Tatum passes to Simons. Johnson with some nice D.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
To Porzingis. It's blocked. Tatum against Young. Here's Simons. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Simons has got the first points on the scoreboard for the Celtics. And Greg, with the absence of Jason Tatum for the time being, perhaps a hiatus for the Celtics as a title favorite?
Well, not to mention some of the salary cap casualties. It's not the same team that won it all in 24, but in great position once Tatum returns.
No problem knocking that one down.
A true highlight of Shea's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Back to Brown. Shea with the steal. Daniels kicks to Johnson. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Porzingis sets the pick for Shea. 4 on the clock. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Outside, Simons. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And shooters shoot. And Simons sure has a feel with that quick trigger.
Young from outside. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Over in the corner, White. Brown outside. Fires for 3. Porzingis with the rebound. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Trailing by 2. Shoots over Simon. Young's shot is good.
And I like the resourcefulness Young brings to the table, taking any shot he can create.
Tatum on the wing. Shoots over Johnson. Tatum no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Bounce pass from Rizachet. Daniels, a screen on Simon. Pass to Porzingis. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Nice shot, Porzingis with the length and the touch.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Some changes for Boston. Sam Hauser's checked in for White, and it's Pritchard in for Anthony Simons. Boston trailing. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hauser. Boston, no good that time either. 1:56 left in the first. To the wing on the left. Young against Pritchard. Johnson outside. Pass to Daniel. From downtown. Rebound by the Celtics. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
What muscle on that finish. It's hard trying to prevent Tatum from converting.
After Rizachet. Porzingis kicks to Young. In the corner, Daniels. Shoots. Again, the Hawks good for 2. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pritchard passes to Hauser. The 3. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Daniels kicks to Young. Pass to Johnson. Back to Young. Johnson sets the screen for Young. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Young's got 5.
Nice and composed on that 3 there. Trey giving his fundamentals all of his attention.
Tatum with it. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that does it for the first quarter. Hawks lead by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Pritchard and White are their guards. Sam Hauser is out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Garza in at the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, guys. Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, "I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it. And what does his team want from him?" He said, "Be aggressive, don't defer." And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. Guys, back to you.
Truly an impact player. Thank you, Allie.
He might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. No doubt that a healthy Kristaps Porzingis is still a unicorn for what he can bring to a team. When Atlanta pulled the trigger to bring him in, they envisioned him stretching the floor, and Porzingis has opened up about recovering from the illness that sidelined him during the 2025 NBA playoffs. Guys, the Hawks are hoping he can be the player that helps get them back into the postseason. Their entire 2025-26 regular season hinges on KP.
He is a big factor. All right, John, thanks for the update. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. And Fernie Simons comes in for Pritchard. And the Hawks making a change here.
Look like we live in our dreams now. To the haters, they looking like, wow. My opponents, they all understand now.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Simons from outside. Busted. No good that time either. The Hawks leading by 10. Hawks passing it around. Outside Daniel. Pass to Newell. 5 to shoot. Young from deep three-point range. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. On the wing run. Back to Simons. Trying to end the drought. Rebound, Atlanta.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Young outside. Fires the 3. Kept alive. Pass to Daniel. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. The fader. Boucher with the rebound. Celtics trail by 10. Left side, Brown. Here's Simons. Boucher finds White. Busted. No good that time either. Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. When you think about Derek White, here's a guy, RJ, who's really grown as a player in all ways.
Yeah, Derek makes smart plays. He's had that experience to see what works and what doesn't. And most often, he makes the necessary plays to put his team in a winning situation.
Now, here's Brown following the missed shot by Onyeka Okongwu. And Brown throws it down.
I'm not going to lie. Jaylen Brown, his hops are different.
The Hawks leading by 8. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Garza's checked in, and it's Jason Tatum in for Sam Hauser. Atlanta also making some changes here. Porzingis is checked in for Okongwu, and it's Johnson in for Newell. Here's Rizichet. Pass to Young. Driving to the basket. From deep, Johnson. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics trail by 8. And GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Tatum's shot is off. Atlanta's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Outside, Porzingis. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Oh, the sturdiness from Kristaps. Takes the foul and still gets the bucket.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Some changes for Boston. Kate is checked in, and Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. That free throw good from Porzingis. And last season, yet again, 60-plus wins, Greg, for the Celtics. One of the elite teams clearly in the league.
And the only concern was perhaps a tendency towards complacency, but after coming up short last season and with Tatum sidelined, some adversity to spark their competitive fire.
It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Simon. It's Young on the wing, covered by Simon. Rizichet wide open. That 3 off the mark. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. White finds Tatum. Clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And it's Brown missing. Outside Daniel. Pass to Johnson. Young from outside, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Atlanta in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Brand new keys in my hand, I can never understand how it's never land from a breakup. No, brand new keys in my hand, I flash the whip, she understand. I'm the man, had to take my time to break her off. It's super soft, how she poke them lips up with that fanny clothes. She got strings in her, she might as well be flows. Had to teach you class, you can't shop at Ross. Hit her with the 3D PG tour, and then drop her off. Open pictures not ignored, had to block her off. I think her friend might want to explore, she yelling like hello. If this rap don't open doors, then I switch the job. What's the problem? I just need a lighter, then I make it fall. Brand new keys in my hand, I can never understand how. Brand new keys in my hand, I flash the whip, she understand. I'm the man, had to take my time. Mirror, mirror on the wall, instead of balls. I got gold up in my teeth, but ain't no need of flows. The only time I make you see I'm up in the dogs. She say that she see me on TV, this I so easy, dogs. You know we just
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play.
in this profession can't address some haters. Haters, come on. Brand new keys in my hand, I can never understand how. Never land from a breakup. No, brand new keys in my hand, I flash the whip, she understand. I'm the man, had to take my time to beat a boss.
The Hawks leading by 9. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniel. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3.
A sky-high release on the jumper. Porzingis can just go over any defender.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey, the Hawks star Trae Young and Coach Quinn Snyder are both very close. Young said that's the type of relationship we have. It's not forced, it's just genuine. We both want to see each other succeed, and we know we need each other and everybody else around us. Kevin?
A good partnership. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. The Hawks shooting well. They're at 45%. Outside, Porzingis. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics trail by 8. Lots of moments, RJ, shine through in the career of Jason Tatum.
The one that sticks out to me was the moment of relief after they won the finals. The "we did it" quote will live in Celtics infamy, echoing that of the great Kevin Garnett.
Now, here is Young. He has 5. Now Daniels. Here's Johnson. Basket counts. And the Hawks lead by 10.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Brown. Pass to White. Back to Brown. With some art. 6 to shoot. Tatum with the screen on Daniel. Here's White. Rebound by the Hawks. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Now look, when Porzingis has it there's not much you can do defensively.
The 3 from Tatum. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Young drives in. Porzingis finds Reza Shea. Johnson with a screen on White. Here's Daniels. Leaps for it, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Celtics trail by 12. Here's Simons. Pass to Cada. To the inside. Daniels with the steal. Young for three. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his third assist on the night. Outside Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Over in the corner, White. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. White's got his first 3 points of the game. The Celtics have been a title contender for years now. So, RJ, what do you attribute that to?
Well, their talent level has been off the charts. But something else you can point to is their defense. The Celtics have been an elite defensive team for over a decade.
Here's Simons after the basket by Atlanta. Right a screen. Brown inside. He's against Porzingis. Brown the pass to White. Shot clock at 2. Rebound Atlanta. Pass to Daniel. 1:52 left in the third quarter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Daniel.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. And a change for the Hawks. Alexander Walker's checked in. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Brown the pass to White. Celtics passing it around. White setting the pick for Pritchard. Sinks the triple. Pritchard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Outside Daniel. Back to Alexander Walker. Pass to Rizachet. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics trail by 11. To the paint. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Rizachet in the corner. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Garza's checked in, and Chris Boucher's subbed in for Jason Tatum. Atlanta also making some changes here. Newell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Luke Kennard comes in for Rizachet. Young is subbed in for Daniel. Shoots from the line. It's good. And the Hawks lead has got down to 9 in the bucket from White.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. It's like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And here's Young from the arc. Atlanta again missing. For Boston, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. But 3. And it's White missing. Pass to Kennard. Gets it off. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Out on the wings for him, it'll be Simons and Brown. Sam Hauser is out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Pritchard in at the 1 spot. That's the Boston 5. Here's Boucher from outside off the mark. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Newell. And here's Kennard. Off target from three-point range. Brown outside. Simons on the wing. Now Pritchard. Shot clock at 5. Shoots a fader. Simons from outside. Atlanta with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Celtics trail by 9. From deep three-point land. Boston, no good that time either.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Here's Newell. Makes it off the glass. Newell's got his first 2 points of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Here's Pritchard. Outside, Simon. Jacks up a 3. Again, Simon's missing. The Hawks leading by 11. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And here's Young. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Rebound, Boston. Boucher's got his 5th rebound in this one. Brown the pass to Boucher. Back to Brown. Pass to Hauser. He's looking for Boucher and finds him. Simons fires. Rebounded by Young. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Now, here is Young. From outside, no good.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
Young against Simon. Boucher with a screen on Young. That shot, no good.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
Now Okongwu. And down goes the 3.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Got to at least show a little heart out here.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Some changes for Boston. Kate is checked in, and it's Jason Tatum in for Sam Hauser. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Zinkis, he's checked in for Okongwu. Johnson comes in for Newell. Zachary Risache is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Kennard. There's 1:54 left to play here in the fourth. Tatum, nice execution down low. Here is Daniels. Now, here is Young. Takes it from 10. Here's Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson sends the screen for Risache. Does not go in.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
The Hawks leading by 12.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Hawks.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Porzingis.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Now Young, after the missed 3 from Derek White. Now Porzingis. Young outside. Daniels against White. It misses. Here's Boston now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Tatum! And there's the 3. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Well, Trey, leadership is such a key part of the point guard position. What's your focus in living up to that?
I'm a big guy and building team chemistry, so any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry, and I think that's where it starts, is off the court. That translates on.
Bowling, that's something I haven't done in a while. Thanks for the inspiration.
Good stuff, Allie, thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and along with Allie LaForce on the sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's NBA coverage. But first, let's reveal our player.